MP.
What up, Reese?
Man, didn't even recognize you without that massive hype machine trailing behind you.
I'm waiting till after the game to fire it up. That's why.
Man, how about you wait until next week? Then I don't have to feel bad for what's about to happen out here.
All right, okay. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what you got.
All right, yes, sir.
Hey, Greg, what are you looking for here as they enter their first night of a back-to-back?
We'll see how the coaching staff distributes minutes among the players. You don't want to overuse your guys tonight and leave them sluggish for tomorrow. It's about finding a balance.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the 4 and the 5, it's Collins and Kessler. George is out there with Jordan Clarkson, and it's Wilson in at the small forward. Halliburton, the rebound by the Jazz. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Tapping a screen on MP. Spins. Halliburton against MP. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Toppin can't get it to go. For Utah, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Greg, in terms of the Pacers' last few seasons, some have pointed to their relative lack of size. What do you think?
Well, I think a big push for them this summer was adding to their front court, particularly getting more size at the forward positions. And I think they've improved in that regard.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for Utah. Outside Wilson. Nailed from three-point land.
Showing the deep, deep range, MP, with a lot of confidence.
Halliburton against Collins. Healed outside. Here's the 3. Collins grabs the miss. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And George kicks to Wilson. Collins setting the big for MP. Driving inside. Misses from short range.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And the pass to Toppin. Launches it from deep. Indiana with a new shot clock. And good that time.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner? I mean, he's a wrecking ball on the glass on both ends of the floor. Just doesn't give up on plays.
Now here is George. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Healed with the bucket.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
Healed against MP. Passes to Kessler. Clarkson outside. MP against Heald. Kessler passes to Wilson. A three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. You tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Knocks down the 3-ball. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
Now on the court is your
So both teams making some changes here. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Indiana. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And Utah right now, they're just right now outperforming those preseason predictions. And that's because they're getting help from some unlikely sources.
And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
You know, Greg, after a few seasons of development, Lauri Markkanen has really emerged.
And he's such a unique player. It took him a while to kind of figure out how to maximize all of those talents and also minimize the weaknesses. But boy, has he arrived.
Now, MP. After the missed three from Buddy Hield. Pass to Horton Tucker. Pacers with the rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
MP with a screen on McConnell. Horton Tucker, the pass to Wilson. Driving in, and MP throws it down hard.
Let it show, MP. Some pizzazz on that clutch.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Turner up top. He's covered by Kessler. Hield with the bucket.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Wilson. Marking in a screen on Hield. Wilson into the lane. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And this speaks to how poised MP is, not allowing the physical contact to alter the shot.
And here's Halliburton. Just 3 on the clock. Misses at the rim. Buddy Hield has been leading the charge for the Pacers. And it was from 3-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. Here for the Pacers. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Smith. Toppin comes in for Isaiah Jackson. And it's Bruce Brown in for TJ McConnell. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Olynyk. MP comes in for Markkanen. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Sexton. And Georgia subbed in for Jalen Horton Tucker. In the post, it's Toppin and Turner. The backcourt pair for him, Halliburton and Brown. And it's Nesmith in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Exactly. I mean, when you lose as much as they did last year, you'll get beat by teams that aren't playoff powers for sure.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Nesmith. Still yet to score. Here's the pass to Brown. George against Halliburton. Just 5 to shoot. He gets it in there. And the Pacers lead by 1.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. Some changes for Indiana. Buddy Hield comes in for Nesmith, and it's TJ McConnell in for Halliburton. Markkanen, he's checked in for Utah. Now, here's MP. He's coming off a 22-point game against Chicago. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, you know, he's become a solid big man in this league. Miles Turner understands his role and is starring in it. And does a really good job, I think, playing to his strengths.
The Pacers making a switch here. Halliburton's checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Collins is checked in. You know, Greg, one thing you got to admire about Miles Turner is how sensational a shot blocker he is. Every year among the leaders in the NBA.
And Kevin, such a dependable defensive anchor. Someone that just reads shooters well, knows when to go after the block.
And here is Hield after Jordan Clarkson hitting the three. Over MP, Hield with the bucket. Hield's got 15.
You can count on Hield to take shots. He does all he can on the offensive end. Never sees a shot that he doesn't like.
George finds MP. That three off the mark.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Jazz have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Nice move. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pacers lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Put your hands together, fans, for your arena entertainment.
Hello, everybody. No lack of drama tonight. The Utah Jazz might be taking this one all the way down to the wire.
Well, the starters need to thank those guys coming off the bench. They were asked to pick up the scoring slack, and they did. Total team effort in the first half.
Well, it's interesting rotation that they've got. Lots of pieces to mix and match. Versatility is one of their key strengths.
Okay, now let's see what's going on around the league in terms of injuries.
The team is going to be hurting without Mathurin. Give him so much scoring on the wing. He's confident. He makes winning plays. Such a bummer.
Yeah, he's exceeded many people. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Buddy Hield.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So on the floor for Utah, the 4 and the 5, it's Collins and Kessler. Jordan Clarkson is out there with George, and it's MP in at the 3, the small forward. And often players want to discuss calls with the officials, but Greg, what was your approach with those conversations with referees?
Okay, well, it depended on the conversation, but at the end of the day, you realize they've got a job to do just like you do, and you try to keep it as respectful as possible and yet still be able to get your point across.
Now Wilson, after the missed 3 from Buddy Hield. Now George, good work there as it goes. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Jazz.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The shot by Turner, no good.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Here's Wilson. Oh, it's a highlight reel being put together by MP.
And he's just dicing up the defense with those smooth handles. MP frees himself up there in style.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, of course, the Pacers have a great history, and star point guard Tyrese Halliburton is eager to embrace it. He said, I want to know all the stories of Pacers players of the past. I want to know more about Ron Artest and everybody who played for this organization. I'm being where my feet are. I love being here in Indy. Kevin?
Oh, I love to hear that. He could be that next Pacers great player. David, thanks. And the shot goes in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now that they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. Second, the Pacers.
I don't think you can ever underestimate the effect that a few block shots can have on your opponent. I mean, it can get into your head as an offensive player. You're going in there thinking you've got a clear path, and then you see the ball going behind you in reverse. I mean, that can be major intimidation and affect your game.
Now, here is Halliburton. He has 7. Outside Turner, a 3-ball. Kessler with the rebound.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Collins setting the pick for MP. It's MP muscling his way for 2.
Finishing strong in the paint despite the contact. I like that tenacity that MP showed right there.
Halliburton against George. Passes it to Toppin. 3-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Hey, Clark, thinking back to that Halliburton for Sabonis trade, what are your thoughts?
I think it's one of those situations where it was a win-win all the way around, Greg. You think about it. The Kings benefited, the Pacers did. Young players that have stardom in their future. And I think both players are going to be multi-time All-Stars.
Nice aggressive play by MP. When you attack, you put so much pressure on the defense.
The Jazz have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Indiana. Markkanen, he's checked in for Utah. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Hield can't hit. Jazz leading by 4. Clarkson for 3. And the 3-ball is good. Clarkson's got 12 points in the game.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Now, here's McConnell. Pass to Brown. Clock at 6. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's sent back by Turner.
Miles Turner denying another one of the league's best shot blockers year in and year out.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Now, here's MP. 16 points for him. Here's the screen. George, that's a 2-pointer. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. George has got the lead up to 7 now for Utah. Now here's Hield. Launches it. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Utah Jazz heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot.
It's the fourth quarter, everyone, which means I need to hear you right now.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Olynyk. MP comes in for Markkanen. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And George is subbed in for Talen Horton-Tucker. Pacers trail by 8. The backcourt pair for him, Halliburton and Brown. In the post, it's Toppin and Turner. And it's Hield in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. In the corner, it's Toppin. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And Hield's playmaking continues to improve. Solid pass right there to the open teammate.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Screen by MP. Pass to Kessler. MP trying to free himself up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Good on the second free throw. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Halliburton outside. Halliburton is doubled. By Hield, nobody around. They get it back. Halliburton kicks to Toppin. That falls. Nice speed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 5 assists tonight. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 3-point lead. MP outside. MP showing the range.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
Hey, guys, that shot changes the game. I mean, extending their lead and providing them a little more cushion, that's a double-edged sword there.
MP looking around. MP gets the job done inside.
MP runs into some tight defense there, but doesn't let it bother his shooting motion at all.
Halliburton against George. Turner with the screen. Here's Halliburton. Rebounded by the Jazz. MP's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Collins. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and he threw him off just enough.
Indiana moving it around. Turner passes to Brown. Drops in the layup for 2.
Good intelligent basketball on the part of Turner there. Assists like that will make the defense think twice about how they're going to defend him.
MP with a screen on Halliburton. And George with the stuff.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And that is a big-time performance. I like how Hield embraces the responsibility of being the alpha dog on that one. The real come at us, then we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, if we're going to win, we have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Second team foul.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clarkson finds MP, and an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Jazz.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You know, one of the things I think that makes MP so fun to watch is how much fun he's having out there. You can tell the thrill of the game never gets old for this guy.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Hield can't hit. Well, for the Jazz, they can just run out the clock. MP outside. There's a good screen. Cans it from downtown. Wilson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jazz.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. any hope of a comeback diminished.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Good game, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. You too, though, bro.
Man, you keep this up, and you'll start justifying all that hype.
I'm just trying to ball, man. I can't be worried about all that.
Man, all good. I'll see you next time, man.
Looking forward to it.
Sir, I'm going to make you eat those words, too.
Hey, you can try.
Bet.